Hi, fourth graders. Welcome to your language arts class for Friday. We are going to take our spelling and our vocabulary test today. Now, this is for Unit 2, Week 2, so make sure you have the correct spelling paper in front of you. You should have a pencil, the spelling paper for Unit 2, Week 2, your vocabulary notebook, and your practice workbook. After we finish our tests, we're going to do a little bit more practice in our workbook. So, instead of using our vocabulary paper, we're not going to use that. I would like for you to do your work in your vocabulary spelling notebook. So you have two notebooks, your writing notebook and your vocabulary spelling notebook. Please write as your title, Unit 2, Week 2, Vocabulary Test at the top. And if you have room, you can put the date at the top, but I wrote too big, so I put my date at the bottom of my page, which is 5/1. May 1st. You need to list 12 numbers in order, okay? 1 through 12 because we'll have 12 questions on the vocabulary test today. And then for your spelling test, you need to make sure that it says Unit 2, Week 2 at the bottom. That way, when you turn it in, I know you've turned in the correct test. Okay, have these two papers in front of you and make sure you have a pencil ready. We are going to take our spelling test first. Now, remember, with the spelling test, I might speak more quickly than you can write. If that's the case, you can always rewind and listen again. There's also going to be a picture on your screen to help you understand which word I'm saying. After that, we'll take our vocabulary test. And then, instead of having an independent reading time, I forgot to change it, we're going to do some practice in our workbook. Okay, so let's start with our spelling test for today. Remember, I will say the word 2 times. You need to make sure and write this spelling word in the correct blank. So make sure your numbers match my numbers. And let's get started. Okay, number 1, 30. 30. Number 2, choose. Choose. Number 3, rush. Rush. Number 4, sketched. Sketched. Number 5, fifth. Fifth. That was actually an accident that I put number 5 as the fifth, as the spelling word fifth. Okay. 6, wine. Wine. Don't whine and cry. Number 7, width. Width. You use a tape measure to measure the width of something. Number 8, northern. Northern. I really want to see the northern lights one day. Number 9, whirl. Whirl. This pattern, this shape right here is called a whirl. Number 10, ketchup. Ketchup. And I blocked out the spelling of it because it was on the bottle. Okay, do you like ketchup? I do. Number 11, snatch. Snatch. Don't snatch the last piece of pizza. Number 12, bring. Bring. Can you bring the groceries inside? 13, photo. Photo. Do you have photos in your house? I have photos of you. 14, touch. Touch. I like to touch the flowers. 15, graph. Graph. 16, chef. Chef. She is a talented chef. 17, chance. Chance. 18, pitcher. Pitcher. This is a nice pitcher of iced tea. 19, kitchen. Kitchen. What a beautiful kitchen. Finally, number 20, stretching. Stretching. It's important to do some stretching before you play soccer. Okay, now at the bottom of your paper, you should have 3 blank lines. You are going to listen to my sentence and write exactly what you hear. If it's a question, write a question mark. If it's a command or an exclamation, not a command. If it's an exclamation, put an exclamation point. Okay? Commands and statements, just a period. Number 1. Can you pass me the ketchup, please? Can you pass me the ketchup, please? That was number 1. Number 2, my family lives on the 5th floor. Again, my family lives on the 5th floor. Number 3, I made a pitcher of iced tea. I made a pitcher of iced tea. Okay, if you need to hear those again, rewind your video. Okay, let's do our vocabulary test now. I will read you the definition of the first 8, and then you will pick a word from the word bank on the screen. So you are only writing the correct vocabulary word that matches the definition. The last 4 will be a sentence. You have to choose which vocabulary word best fits in the sentence. So some of the vocabulary words you will write 2 times. Okay, are you ready? Let's get started. Number 1, grumpy, bad-tempered. Number 2, thinking only of yourself, not thinking of others. Oh my goodness, I can't put my video there. Make myself tiny. Number 3, disappointed and being prevented from doing something. Sorry. Disappointed and being prevented from doing something. Number 4, bothered, irritated. Number 5, a noisy confusion. Number 6, well known because of having been seen or heard before. Number 7, a particular thing that a person knows a lot about. Finally, number 8, a way of thinking or acting. Okay, you should have written each word one time. None of these words have repeated yet. The next 4, you are going to find the word that best fits with the sentence. So 4 of your vocabulary words you are going to write again. Okay. Number 9, having to clean my muddy shoes, blank my big brother. Having to clean my muddy shoes, blank my big brother. So imagine how your big brother would feel if you left muddy shoes in the house and your mom made him clean them. Number 10, it's always better to have a good blank and think positive. It's always better to have a good blank and think positive. Number 11, do you feel blank and grumpy if you don't eat breakfast? I do. Do you feel blank and grumpy if you don't eat breakfast? Number 12, last one. The puppies made a blank with their jumping and barking. The puppies made a blank with their jumping and barking. Okay, that's the end of our test. Way to go, guys. I hope you studied. I hope you did well. And I hope that you use these words when you're speaking and writing your stories. Okay, until 10:45, I want you to finish in your practice workbook, page 62 to 65. Oh, here it is. Okay, now this is going to be something you work on by yourself, and it's a story. So on page 63 and 64, you have a story called Grant and the Flower Stem. After you finish reading the story, it's a drama. If you want to get your mom or your little brother and sister to help you read it, that could be fun. After you finish reading, you need to look for clues that tell you the theme. It's basically like details that tell you the message, like how we did with a fantasy. So look for clues or details that help you understand the message or theme of the story. After you do that, go to page 65. Now, you don't have to do B. B, you're supposed to work with a partner and you don't have to worry about it. So, as you can see, I have crossed off the bottom B. Only do 1, 2, and 3 on page 65, and it's just questions about what you just read. Now, I do want you to finish this before next week, so make sure that you do 62 all the way to 65. Okay, guys, we're done. Way to go. You finished another week of online classes. I hope you had a good week. Hopefully, we might be seeing each other soon, maybe in the next month. Who knows? But until then, keep doing your best. I will keep trying to plan fun and engaging lessons, and I will definitely see you Monday in our Zoom lesson. Okay, guys, have a good weekend. Be safe. Please wash your hands. Bye.